what do you think? Like, when is your Alamo? When is the date you think he's got to be in here by?
Let's see. We play, September 5th?
7th.
That's the date? 7th?
7th.
7th is the Sunday. We play Sunday, September 7th. The Alamo Day, I don't know, it has to be the 31st, the 30th. I mean,
what is it for you, B?
I would like it to be where you can get some level of a preseason game into it, but like I said, this day and age, bro, if he's there for those weeks coming up to the season and knowing how he is, I can see him being ready without playing in the game.
I think
he's special in that way. I mean, think about all the guys he did this with, guys that he had no chemistry with.
Right. And how many guys started, in week 6 that hadn't started all year. I think at this point, dude, he's not playing in a preseason game.
No, definitely not.
Unless he gets into camp today, which DQ is going to talk in a half hour.
I hope you're predicting something.
Maybe DQ is about to make an announcement, right?
Let's hope that we can have some breaking news here real soon, Jay.
But unless even if he's signed tonight and he could practice tomorrow, I don't think they're playing him Monday. And there's no way they're playing him against the Ravens in the 3rd preseason game. I think your best bet for some real action at this point is that Ravens joint practice next Thursday.
Yeah. And we know the starters are probably going to get the work against there when they do that.
Right.
But this part doesn't stress me out because we're already living in a world where preseason play is a joke. And, I really do view the first month of the season as preseason, unfortunately. Like, I look at the first month as get out of that month 2-2 because every team is learning how to play in September. So I'm not stressing whether Terry's getting preseason reps. I just want this done so there's no cloud hanging over the season. Like, this should be such a positive thing. The irony that the thing holding us back is around a guy who's only brought positive to the organization. And I'm not pinning that on him. I'm just saying it is ironic that this is kind of where we're at.
Holy.
Talking with our friend Peter Rosenberg here. You can give him a follow at Rosenberg Radio. Check out his work, ESPN New York, ESPN on First Take, WWE coverage. I mean, he does it all. He's got podcasts through the roof. Peter's joining us via the Rude Guest Hotline. Rude makes the most reliable HVAC equipment in the DMV. Peter, our AAA poll question of the day is, how much do you want to see the starters Monday night? Obviously, they sat 30 guys in the preseason opener against the Patriots. Monday night, we know the Bengals are going to play guys. Their coach has been very clear about that. What do you want to see out of this group Monday night? You want to see a series or two, the first quarter, the first half? Like, how much do you want Jaden on the field?
I think I said this to you guys the last time we talked. Coming off of a good year and heading into a season with expectations, I know you'd think, like, I would be more dialed in when it comes to preseason. I see it as the exact opposite. I care about preseason deeply when I don't know who our quarterback is, when I don't know what the team is. I don't care. Whatever DQ thinks is the appropriate amount to get some nice reps and be healthy. I think part of being a good football team in this era is the preseason literally means nothing. So whatever they need to make decisions on the guys who are on the bubble. But as far as what we see from Zach Ertz and Jaden Daniels, guys, I've seen what I need to see. I want them healthy and ready to go. I have zero expectations about what we see from people next week. And I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that when you have an actual competent, good football team.
I agree, and I think the way DQ takes care of these guys, like, they're going to do it. Like, he's not going to care about, like, perception and stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that is like a –
if we believe in DQ, and I kind of now I'm siding with Peter here. If the man feels he's good enough, he's seen enough, let's go with it. When the season starts, we better see what we need to see.
like, guys, we're thinking about the old days. In the old days, we didn't know if we had a guy who could, complete a first down pass. We didn't know who could run the ball. We didn't know anything. Who's going to emerge in the receiver corps? We didn't know. When you have a real team, and listen, people don't have to like the fact that the preseason's a joke. It's only going to get worse when they invariably go to an 18-game season. But let's just be realistic. They play 17 games a year. We're not going to see anything real. So when you have a good team, I think it's keep an eye on who the bubble players are. And besides that, what is there really to think about? We know who this team is.
Yeah, I agree with you there. What's the scene like in New York right now with Jaxson Dart mania?
Well, Jaxson Dart mania is wild, brother. It's listen. People are trying to act as if they didn't get gassed off of his preseason performance. And again, here's why I hate preseason. You have a guy like Jack who looks totally fine. It still looked like damn slow motion. I mean, these preseason games to me look so far from real football. And yet the second Jaxson Dart walked off the field, you have people saying, he should start the season, not Russell Wilson. I don't understand how anything has changed by watching Jaxson Dart throw a few completions. Nice that he looked competent, but I mean, so? And nice that Shedeur Sanders looked competent as well, but so? But yes, they are. People do have interest in Jaxson Dart, though. They seem to think he could really be that guy. But my point is this, guys. I don't like to be the kind of person whose team makes decisions based on not wanting to make previous decisions look stupid. But don't you look nuts if you're the Giants and you went out and filled a quarterback room with veterans and decide not to use any of them?
Yeah, because you spend a lot of money. You could have got some other people to help that young quarterback out if you didn't do that.
Well,
go ahead, JP. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think Jameis is good with whatever his role is. Jameis seems like a real team first guy. How's Russ going to handle that? Because Russ seems to have his own agenda at times, I would say.
Hey, don't bring me here and tell me I'm playing, then don't play me.
Right.
Yeah, and by the way,
most
and
veterans
listen,
think like that.
Most veterans think like that. And listen, Russ is not – I know he's definitively lost a step. But, for example, if you believe the Giants are a team – let's say the Giants hit their ceiling this year, and their defense is what some people believe it could be. I think people may be getting a little ahead of it. But the best possible version of the Giants is what, guys? A top 10 defense, top 8 defense? People believe that defense could really go. If that were to happen, and you're talking about winning games, and let's be real, Brian Dable wants to win some games. You're telling me veteran Russell Wilson with Malik Neighbors and Tracy, who became a real back, you don't think Russell Wilson gives you a better chance than the guy you drafted at 24? Let's not act like they used the number 3 pick, like they didn't go get Abdul Carter. They moved back into the first round to get Jaxson Dart, but guys, they got him at 24, not 2. So I think you settle down and you start the season with Russell Wilson. I think in a lot of ways, this should absolutely mirror Kurt Warner and Eli Manning. Kurt Warner started for the Giants. He got them out to a good start. They had a winning record. They still had a winning record when they brought in Manning, but it was clear that season was not going the direction they thought it would, so they moved on to Manning at that point. I think you do the exact same thing here. You let Russell Wilson start this thing, you see what you get, and then you make a decision at some point with Jaxson Dart.
Well, I think you're in a position right now to allow that young guy to grow like everyone thinks a young quarterback should do. They should do it with him. The defense is good, not the offense.
Hey, Peter, real quick, can you give us a baseball in New York update right now between the Mets and the Yankees just falling apart? How are people handling that?
It's the same thing it's been for years at this point. It's incredibly, incredibly frustrating to watch day in, day out. 'Cause I'm just bored of it. I'm just, I don't have any love for the Yankees. And I definitely do have some love for the Mets. But But like, it's just so from my standpoint, is having to talk about it. It's such an irritating, repetitive cycle with these teams underperforming. We know people are not happy. Yankee fans are never happy, so they're particular. I mean, listen, guys, if they lose to the Twins, never lose to the Twins, and they lost to Minnesota last night, so it's not a good state of affairs. I never thought we'd be in a time where everyone's going, can we please just get to Knicks basketball? But that is the era we are living in New York right now.
That's crazy. Hey, man, thank you for making time for us. We know you're slammed.
Appreciate it, Pete.
Hey, guys, we're a few weeks away from actually having real things to talk about, and I can't wait.